If things don't change, and this is the Mets team heading into the season, how do you feel about the roster right now, Ant?
Overall, good, Sal. I would love it if they had one more guy to hit the ball over the fence, to be quite honest with you. I think power has been an issue that they've needed to address, and Correa would have done that. Now I think there's room for one more guy. And I don't want to sound like a prospect zealot here, Sal, but I do hope that this sort of Correa leaving sort of makes them think about giving Brett Baty more of an opportunity, Alvarez more of an opportunity to prove that they belong in the majors, and maybe the power can come from both of those guys or one of those guys, and that will really have a big impact on the Met lineup. I mean, look, we've heard so much about these prospects, about how they're so precious, and we got to keep them, and we can't trade them. Then play them.
Terry, you heard Anthony just talk about it, Todd talk about it before. How would you handle, as a manager, Baty, Escobar going into next year?
Well, first of all, they're going to get every opportunity to show what they can do in spring training. Baty's going to get a lot of at-bats. Alvarez is going to get a lot of at-bats. But right now, the job's Escobar's. I'm a big believer in moving guys up and not moving guys down. You know, games in April in April are as meaningful as games in September. So you don't want to take a chance on a guy, hey, put a question mark on this team. You know, with their rotation, you got to put guys out there that you know they're going to get the job done. So I think Escobar is going to start out. I think Brett Baty can go to AAA, and if he tears it up like he did last year, bring him up. Then he'll be ready.
Yeah, maybe they could bring Baty up at third and then move Escobar to DH, where they have obviously a hole right now. Hannah, you look at this Mets team. Do you think they have enough offense as currently constituted?
Yeah, I mean, we must have cited these stats at some point last year because I know we talked about this so much. They were second in batting average, but 15th in home runs. You mentioned it. They didn't really have the power that they ended up needing, and that's tough, especially when you get to the postseason where it's difficult to sort of string together hits. It's true. We've talked about it on the show tonight. Escobar was much better in the second half and even towards the end, but he's, you know, I don't know that he's that September hitter forever. Ultimately, I was looking at the ZiPS projections, which came out today for the Mets, and they had Correa as the second most valuable position player. And so I think, you know, look, we're talking about a team that won 100 games last year. That's great. If they repeat that, they'll be in the postseason again. But they are losing what was going to be one of their most impact players.
Yeah, I just feel like you look at this team. It's been the same thing dating back to before last season. They're good, very good, way better than in a lot of the years past. They're missing that one. Steve Cohen said it himself. You feel I'm watching these games too. I know it. They're missing that one power bat there that they need in addition to Lindor and Alonso.